My name is Joe. 20 years ago, my wife and I moved to Lake County with our 4 young children and settled down. In that time, we've worked, worshiped, played, and raised our family. Today, I've met the people and discovered the businesses and organizations that make up a vibrant, dynamic community. Join us as we share with you what makes South Lake great. I'm Joe, and Joe knows South Lake. Hey everybody, welcome. Happy Friday. Oh my God, I'm glad the end of the week is here. It's been a killer. I'd also like to say happy South Lake County Friday morning. See, I didn't do that
Joe
before I started.
Joe was trying to say, here, I'll be Joe. I got Joe's title card in there. Happy South Lake morning to everyone.
Happy South Lake morning to everyone. There we go. That's what I'm trying to say. Hey, I've already had a busy one. I've been to 3 meetings already this morning. So it looks to be a productive day. I'm looking forward to the seminar with my friend Jackie Peterson and Glenn Holcomb from Mighty Manatee. They have a driving engagement on Facebook seminar today, 11:30 to 1. I would invite you, but I told you to buy tickets last week. If you missed it, you're out of luck. We have a great show for you today. We're going to talk about Sausage Pizza Day. That's today. We're going to talk about a couple of things that happened today in history. Then we're going to talk about, we're going to wrap up the whole Cup of Joe failure theme for this week. And then we have an interview with the 3 Musketeers. That's right. Amazing guys who fought for somebody else doing what was right. Our high school stars, our 3 Musketeers. You can't miss this one. We're going to hear from our family of sponsors once again. And when we get back, we'll get started. See you in a minute.
Hello, my name is Michael Singh with Singh Insurance and Financial Services. Our goal is to build trust based on a clear understanding of how your insurance policy protects you, your family, and even your business. When was the last time you took a good hard look at your insurance coverage? Would you be open to the possibility of reviewing your policy with me? One review of your policy can save you valuable time and money. Call me today to set up a review of what may be available to you.
Welcome to Erica's Tea Room. Located in the heart of downtown Claremont, this specialty tea shop offers a traditional high tea experience that can be enjoyed with family and friends. While here, you can choose from over 100 teas from all over the world, and a multitude of teapots are available for purchase. Join us for lunch or choose from one of our special evening events. Call to make a reservation. Erica's Tea Room, making memories with every cup.
Hello, I'm Mary Rhodes with the Mortgage Firm, your local mortgage lender. I've helped thousands of families achieve the dream of homeownership in Lake County, and I would love to help you. Our team has over 30 years of experience helping first-time homebuyers, veterans, move-up buyers, seasoned investors, and more. Please read our reviews and visit us at mortgagefirmpros.com.
And welcome back. I can't believe it. I did it. I didn't make any noise after Jay said, "Shut up." Are you proud of me, Jay?
I'm extremely proud of you, Joe.
Extremely proud. Let's see if we can take one day into next week and do a whole week.
Joe, I'm going to just be satisfied with today. I'm not
Jay, you are so wise. It defies belief. You know how many people struggle their whole lives because they don't understand that? Just take today's victories for today. We're going to talk about that in a minute when we talk about failure. It is Sausage Pizza Day. Now look, here's the thing. This day is actually was sanctioned by Congress. Okay, so look, I like pizza. I'm not into sausage pizza. My wife is a fan of the pepperoni. And the reason I'm not into sausage pizza is most guys just grind it up and use Italian. If you're going to put Italian sausage on a pizza, please take a sausage and cut it into pieces like a pepperoni and then cook that. That I would be into. But they don't make it like that. And I got to wonder, what the heck is Congress doing authorizing a day for pizza? Don't they have other things to do?
Sure. You would hope so.
I was telling somebody this morning, I think it's because they have to, because they're not doing much else. they actually have to like look like they're doing something. So passing these kind of resolutions, I guess would, at least they could say they voted.
The opinions expressed in Joe Knows South Lake do not reflect the opinions of the station owners. Back to Joe.
Necessarily. Legal disclaimers all done. Don't do this at home, folks. It could be. I'm a professional host. Do not try this at home.
That's right. This day in history.
Something amazing happened. One of my favorite songs in the whole world, Bruce Springsteen's Born to Run, was released today in 1975. Song that really defined a generation. It wasn't disco. It was more rock and roll, but wasn't quite. Bruce Springsteen was a young artist at the time, and this song really kind of defined a whole new mentality. There we go.
There we go. We'll play a little bit of it.
Play a little bit of it.
And let me back the mic up for you.
This kind of song you put on and you dance around and play your air guitar.
Nice, Joe.
Yeah.
That's on time and everything.
Yeah. When I was young and good looking and actually could move my muscles, I could do a whole thing to this.
Oh, boy. All right. So, and what else, Joe?
The other thing that was today, you're going to have to shut that one off, Jay.
Yeah, I'm going to
We can take that one down now. All right, the other thing that happened today, again, a truly generation-defining song, was written by John Lennon. Do you know what it is?
Imagine.
Well, I was going to let them tell us, Jay, in the comments.
The hand motion was almost, I thought, directed to me.
Oh, sorry.
That's my fault. I misread the cue.
This is one of my favorite John Lennon songs, probably over any song he wrote while he was with the Beatles. And the truth is, he actually started writing this song while he was with the Beatles. And he was quoted as saying that he was developing this song as the band was breaking up. And the breaking up of the band and the conflict that they had actually went a lot into his performance of this and the importance of this song in his life, based around his marriage to what was then a very young Yoko Ono. But it's come to mean a whole lot more, hasn't it? Mm-hmm. Now, I've had people tell me the themes in this song are not practical, but you know what? We can still dream. We can still imagine what the world could be like if we all lived according to the themes in this song. You want to crank that up just half a second?
Sure.
Woohoo!
Nice, Joe.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey, can you tell I've at home karaoke'd this in my car enough?
That falsetto was definitely on point, sir.
Oh, thank you, dude. Thank you.
No, thank you, Joe.
Don't ask me to carry a tune in a bag, though. I can pull a single note out. All right. Cup of Joe today. Here's the Cup of Joe. We determined I'm not going to try to take a sip while I'm on camera. We'll wait for the commercial break for that, because that didn't work very well the last time. All right. Just to wrap this up, we talked about a lot of things about failure. We've talked about redesigning it. We've talked about perspective. We've talked about not quitting. We've talked about emotional detachment and actually feeling what happens, and how sometimes we're having success that we don't see. To wrap this up, I want to give you actually the biggest secret to turning any failure, any defeat into success. And that real trick, for lack of a better word, is commit. If you want to be successful in anything, if you want to turn any failure into success, you need to commit. There's a book out there that talks about how I should have looked up the name of the book. The concept is, and I'm sure many of you will have heard of this, it's the 10,000 hour concept. Guys like John Lennon and Bill Gates and Kobe Bryant and these guys, they all at the top of their fields because throughout their life they spent 10,000 hours in that field, John Lennon for the Beatles. I read this great article, it might have actually been in that book, about how when the Beatles first formed, they had a job they were a standard cover band like everybody else, used to playing for their friends when they were kids. They had 10 or 15 songs. And then they get this gig in a club in Berlin. My wife is from a town in New Hampshire named Berlin. The accent is different because of World War II. Anyways, that's another story. They get this job in this club, but they're supposed to play in this club for 8 hours at a time. And they're playing Monday through Saturday, 6 days a week. And what this article talked about was their standard 25 cover songs got used up really quickly. It takes you an hour set. Well, what are you going to play now? So they started playing with writing their own tunes and writing their own songs. 8 hours a night they were playing together, 6 days a week. By the time they were discovered, they had played together and written songs together and experimented and harmonized for 10,000 hours. Bill Gates' story is that he was a young kid. He was dropped off. His mother worked at the University of Washington computer department in the office. When he got dropped off, she would send him over to the computer lab with the college kids to play on the computers. By the time Bill Gates, we all know the story that he drops out of Harvard to open this company. But by the time he drops out of Harvard to open this company, he spent 5 days a week, 4 or 5 hours a day from age 10 to age 20 programming. He was well on his way to the 10,000 hours. It's why he could hit the height of his career. The point is, if you haven't spent 10,000 hours doing it, chances are you may not have the skill that you need. If you don't know everything you need to know, then you can't expect to be successful quickly. That's where we come to commit over time. Jay and I were just having a conversation about this station and what we're going to do for advertising and what we're doing for programming. And, that takes commitment. I get up at 6 in the morning. I'm up till 8, 9 at night. I'm sending out emails. I'm making phone calls every day. I'm sure Jay's working 3 times as hard as I am. And I'm working pretty hard. That's commitment. But if Jay and I quit next month, then we're just going to be this little kind of Facebook-y online thing that never happened. Our commitment is for the next 3, 4, 5, 10 years. Commit over time. Write it down somewhere. Write the word commit. Make a line. Write time. Post it on your mirror and your computer and your car. Commitment over time will turn any failure, any disaster, any mistake into success and abundance and fame and fortune and whatever you need. You want to grow that church? Commit over time. You want to grow that business? Commit over time. You want a relationship with your wife or your husband that people will be jealous of? You have to commit over time. Erase the back door of divorce. Be willing to stick it out. Anyways, that's enough. You get the idea. One quick thing on that. There's a book called The Miracle Equation, written by Hal Elrod. I've talked about it here on the show before. The whole book is about this subject, about having vision and commitment over time. It's a worthwhile read. It's an inexpensive book. I suggest get 2 copies. You can highlight one and give another one away. All right. When we get back, we are going to hear from 3 amazing, simply amazing heroes. I call them the 3 Musketeers. These are high school students because this is our high school star, our high school hero series. And we're going to hear from our sponsors. But when we come back, you have to listen to these boys. They were absolutely incredible.
The best things in life aren't items we can grab and hold. They are the moments that grab and hold us. Moments that captivate us, inspire us, and enrich us. Moments that bring joy, strength, and peace. At Sing Insurance and Financial Services, we help you to treasure these times by being there when life's most difficult moments arise. Through our services, you will find independence, flexibility, health, and security that will prosper and protect your life. Whether you are driving that new car, buying that new home, opening that new business, or building a new family, we provide you the peace of mind and freedom to enjoy life's best things. Your next moment is waiting. Are you ready?
Welcome to Erica's Tea Room. Located in the heart of downtown Clearmont, this specialty tea shop offers a traditional high tea experience that can be enjoyed with family and friends. While here, you can choose from over 100 teas from all over the world, and a multitude of teapots are available for purchase. Join us for lunch or choose from one of our special evening events. Call to make a reservation. Erica's Tea Room, making memories with every cup.
Hello, I'm Mary Rhodes with the mortgage firm, your local mortgage lender. I've helped thousands of families achieve the dream of homeownership in Lake County, and I would love to help you. Please read our reviews and visit us at mortgagefirmpros.com.
Welcome back. Like I said, always good to hear from our family of sponsors. Shout out to Erica's Tea Room. Had her third episode last night. You should be watching these. She's an absolute hoot with her family, and she's showing you some great recipes. Mary Rhodes, consummate professional. You thinking about refinancing or a mortgage, you should contact her. And if you have any insurance questions, Mike Singh comes from the position of education. He's not high pressure. We don't have those kind of people here on the station. So if you have any questions about your insurance needs, reach out to him. He can help you with all. He can even examine a policy you're not sure about and tell you what your rights are. So with that said, I said that we have this thing. Before we get into the interview, I want to welcome Stephanie Harris, the Executive Director of New Beginnings, to our South Lake TV family. Jay, why don't you tell us about this?
Sure. Stephanie Harris is going to be producing a show with us called Positive Vibes. It's based off of her work over at New Beginnings, but she's going to be focused on a lot of the positive things that are going on in South Lake County, interviewing a lot of folks from different nonprofits, talking about their work, helping get the word out about their missions and what their overall goals are, so we can kind of help spread awareness for that. And also want to give them a shout out because New Beginnings is doing a fundraiser today, chili cook-off fundraiser. So go to New Beginnings sometime during lunch. I believe it's $5. Take $5. If you meet me there and said that you saw this on the show, I'll give you the $5 and you can pay, and it's on me. So I'll be there at 11:45 filming a few things. So hit me up. So and also want to mention that tonight we will have the Edgewater versus South Lake football game. We want to officially welcome South Lake High School to the sports broadcasting lineup. We're going to be covering them all season long, all sports, boys and girls. They're hosting Edgewater. It's going to be a very, very competitive game. Two teams that are in the same I believe this is a district matchup, but a very tough team in Edgewater coming into South Lake. We will be broadcasting that live on our Facebook page. Feel free to follow, like, share, subscribe. It's going to be a good game. So we'll go live probably about 7:15, but the game starts at 7:30, so be sure to tune into that.
Good to hear all of that. And hey, I want to point out once again, you hear us talk an awful lot about the high schools, is because Jay, as a station owner, is trying to do a community service here. It's why we do so much programming that doesn't cost the organization that we're programming for anything. And it's why we look for sponsors. If you're interested in helping the high school, we have a whole educational program that we're starting. Jay is working with all the teachers of all the local high schools in the audiovisual department, not audiovisual, television production and video departments. If you would be interested in doing a good service and getting some good advertising and exposure at the same time, let us know. You can sponsor those kids. And we are actually hiring kids to do a lot of our camera and video production work. So your dollars are not going into, for instance, our pockets. It's not making for us to have a big building or lunches out. It's going to actually benefit the schools in the area because there's nobody doing this for them. We're trying to expose kids to all sorts of technical, educational, career opportunities that they may not get exposed to even in college. So enough of that. I want to say that we're about to see this interview. We had a chance to go out to it's Eastridge, yes. I had a chance to go out to Eastridge High School the other day because I heard from Miss Marconi, who we interviewed here, about these three young men. Got in touch with Missy Frana, who is one of their guidance counselors out there. Again, I'm actually amazed at how sweet all of these people are. And I got to tell you a funny story real quick. You know, Jay and I have been out to Eastridge several times now, and we walk in there, and the gatekeepers are protective of those kids. You know, they still give me the "who are you" look. I'm like, man, I'm just trying to help here. I'm just giving them a hard time, but you can tell they take their job seriously. They're protecting those kids. They're the front line, and they're not letting anybody go if they don't know who they're going with. So anyways, we get out there. I heard this story, and I'm going to let the interview speak for itself. But I want you to understand that we're going to be talking to a group of three students. I've called the Three Musketeers. They're best friends for a long time. Aidan, Marcos, and Juju, also known as Julius. Great guys. The leader of the pack seems to be Aidan. And he was kind of the driving force in what happened. I want you to pay attention to the fact that he's extremely soft-spoken. And as you see this story unfold and understand that he was the one with the idea, he was the one that saw the need, but he's not taking the credit for it. And I'll let the interview speak for itself. And I'll talk to you when we come back. Hey, everybody. We're out here at East Ridge High School, and I got wind of this story. As you know, Fridays is all for students, and I got wind of this story. So Jay and I came out here. I've had the opportunity. I've talked with the parents, and these boys have done something really cool. I have with me today Aidan Matos, Marcos Viera, and Julius Torres. This is Aidan, Marcos, and Julius. And so they've done a really cool thing, and I'll let them tell you the story. And as it goes on, you'll see why I'm here focusing on these guys. I will tell you, one more bona fide is they are students of the month out here at East Ridge. And while I'm sure they're great scholars, that's not why we're here. So, boys, tell us what happened, okay? You know what I'm talking about. You know why I'm here. Or at least the event that brought me here. Tell me, like you did a little bit earlier, what happened.
Okay, so basically, I was just going home, we were just texting, just relaxing, and I was going through my Snap, and I see a video of a kid being bullied, and there was like a whole bunch of group of girls, guys, just making fun because his shoes were broken. So I was like upset. I was upset by.
What do you mean by his shoes were broken? Tell us about that.
His shoes were tore up, and he just needed to tape them. So basically, like they were just like destroyed at this point. Like couldn't do nothing about it. So I was upset about that. So I'm like, wow, like this really touched home. Like because I put myself in that shoe. I was like, all right, so we need to do something. So.
Wait a minute. Were you upset about the fact that his shoes were torn up? Were you upset about the way people were treating him, or
the way that people were treating him?
Tell us about the video a little bit.
Okay, so basically, you could tell I was in the morning because, so he was just, just in line, wanting to get his breakfast, how every kid just in the morning. And this girl comes up to him, she's like, yo, she said, some words that were not nice. Then she took the phone, went on his shoes, she's like, wow, like, oh my gosh, like, dude, why are you even wearing those? And like a whole bunch of other people started laughing and then chipping in more. And he was just standing like, couldn't say nothing. He was just defenseless at that point. He didn't have no one. So
yeah, then those other kids, they have like the nice clothes and nice stuff that that a lot of the kids have these days. But he obviously doesn't, and just you know, when I
Because
saw
nobody
that-
wears clothes like that if they don't
Yeah.
have, especially if you're a teenager, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I know, have teenagers changed in the last 10 years? Because I know my kids always wanted to wear the best that they had in front of
Yeah.
everybody, right?
Yeah.
Are you guys still like that?
Yeah.
Oh, good. We're on the same page. So this kid obviously is not coming from a good place.
Yeah.
You know, obviously his family doesn't have a lot, or he wouldn't be wearing shoes like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So here's the thing. You guys, you were telling me that, Aidan, that you started sharing this. You know, you put this on your Snap, you put this on your story, and you started to get some responses from other people, right?
Correct. Yeah. So, like you said, I just put it on my story. You know, asking people if you know the kid by any chance, please let me know. So because I want to help him out. And people started texting me. They were like, "Wow, I feel bad for him. Like, let me know if you know who he is." Because I was like, "All right." So we're just texting. People offering to give me shoes. So I was like, "Wow, this is it's nice for people to be doing that, So
Is that how you got the idea?
yeah, that's how I got.
Somebody
the idea.
suggested it?
Yeah.
So you guys decided not just to talk about it, you decided to do something,
Yeah,
right? What did you
take
decide to
action.
do?
So basically, we were discussing, I asked Marcos, I was like, "Marcos, you have any shoes that, you wanna, you can lend me so I can give to the kid?" He was like, "Yeah, let me see if I got a pair." So he sending me pictures. He was like, "Is this okay? Is this a good shoe?" I was like, "Yeah, it's good." And then I texted Juju to see if he knew the kid by any chance. He was like, "I'll let you know if I do." And then I think the next day, I believe, he texted me like, "Yeah, actually, I just found out the kid's in my class." I was like, "Wow, all right." So then I asked him, "What class did you have the teacher?" He was like, "Miss Petrus." So, and he's like, she was our oldest.
So it was just the one pair of shoes you were able to get him, or?
We got him two.
You got him 2 pairs of shoes.
I gave him one, and then Marcos gave him one.
So he's got variety now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you found out who his teacher was. How'd you work this out with the teacher?
So we had her as a freshman. So we went up to her in the morning. We were like, "Hey, Miss Petrus, how we were just talking about it." And then we were like, "So there was this kid we just found out he's in your class and he's being bullied." And she's like, "Oh my gosh, really?" Like, she didn't even know about it. She didn't even notice. Like, so we were like, "Yeah, he's getting bullied. People making fun of his shoes. Just the way he dressed, all that other stuff." And she's like, "Wow, like I could relate to that because my niece, she's being bullied at her school for the way she, her appearance." I was like, "Wow." So that touched home for her as well. So we were like, "Can we do something about this?" Like, so we were asking her, like, "Hey, is it alright if we if you could hold him back for us?" And she's like, "Yeah, I can do that."
So is that how you gave him the shoes?
Yeah.
Held him back from class, you guys came in and gave him the shoes. What was his reaction?
Oh wow, it was priceless. Like, I will never forget that.
Yeah,
He was just-
when as a little kid, when you see the Christmas tree, you're like,
it was one of those things, yeah.
His face was just in shock, to see new shoes for him.
I gotta ask you, because that's not the normal reaction from people your age. You might have resisted it. Most people your age might have commented on it and said it was lame, and maybe even called out the bullies. But I'm so impressed with the fact that you decided to, as my wife would say, put feet to your words. Why did you do that? What is it that made you guys step forward? Obviously you have each other. So in most places that would have brought some attention on you. The people doing the bullying might have, retroacted to you.
Yeah. I just it just felt like we needed to do it. And it wasn't just for the attention, it's like we needed to do it. Because you have to just put yourself in that shoe. You have to put yourself as him. What if you were the ones that had the messed up shoe and you were getting bullied? Or what if you didn't have the nice clothes? All that other stuff that some kids may have. It's just simple like that.
You guys sound like you're very grateful. Let me ask you just brought up attention. One of the things that kind of drew me to you guys was I was told that when you were originally offered the Students of the Month, that you really felt uncomfortable, that you tried to refuse it.
Yeah.
And you were talked into it. Why would you refuse that award?
I just felt like
it's
it didn't need it. It was just
it's
act of
something
kindness.
Yeah, it's just something you people should do these days, which obviously not a lot of people. People still, people think there's only bad people in this world because how the world is today. But we're here to show that there still is good people that do the right thing.
You must be the strong, silent type, right?
It's just like, because some people, they just throw away shoes like that. They don't really think of other people that are in need and don't have the money to buy other shoes, and they just throw them away. Like, I was going to throw that pair of shoes away soon, but he needed them more than the trash cans.
You just don't think of it, do you? You know. Now, tell us about the shoes, because I don't want people to think you gave them, you know, a pair of shoes you had that was, you know, that almost had a hole in them, you know. You guys, I understand you gave them some nice shoes. They were, you'd either grown out of them or only worn them a couple of times, and, you know, what were they? Tell me a little bit about the shoes.
Well, mine were, I don't remember the type of LeBrons they were, but they were high top black LeBrons with the gum bottoms. I only wore them like 4 times, so just gave it to him.
Yeah, and I also gave him a pair of LeBron high tops, you know. So, yeah.
Those are like shoes you can sell for money.
Yeah.
Even slightly used. You know, did you guys realize that at the time?
I mean, at the time, yeah, of course, but you know.
Let me ask you this. You guys see each other a lot? You hang out a lot? I mean, like you, the Three Musketeers, right? What do you think it is in you that puts you in this spot? Is it your faith? Are you Christians? Are you just, you've seen people go through bad things? You've come through some rough times yourself? You got family that's come through rough times? What do you think it is that motivated you to do it?
Probably like a little bit of everything for me at least, because, you know, it touched home, because, I mean, not a lot of people know, but like I go through like, you know, some hard times, you know, and I took a vacation this summer to DR. So I was like,
oh yeah, that must have opened your eyes.
that opened me up big time. Like, I just
Tell everybody what the DR is. A lot of people might not know.
Okay, so DR it's actually beautiful, amazing views, you know. But like, when you go like into
What is it?
Into DR.
What is the DR?
Dominican Republic.
Dominican Republic. Okay, go on.
Yeah. So when you go there, it's like beautiful views, you know. But then like when you really notice like a lot of the different stuff, like you see a lot of poor people, and like a lot of people just take that for granted. So.
Yeah, their idea of poor and our idea of poor are different, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. Did you do that as a missions trip or
No, I did it actually for baseball.
for baseball?
Yeah.
You know, boys, again, you guys have done something amazing, and I'd like to get an idea of what do you hope comes out of this? Let me start. Yeah. What do you hope comes out of this?
I hope that people realize that you have to be good sometimes, because not everyone has a very good heart, and that since like some people, they were little when they got bullied, so instead of being nice to other people that are getting bullied now, they like contribute into the bullying and like try and get back to what they got bullied for when they were younger.
Kind of a it happened to me, so I'm gonna make it happen to you sort of
Yeah.
thing. How about you? What would you like to see come out of this?
Just positivity, you know, like people that taking effect, like noticing that if someone's being bullied, take action on it. Don't just sit around, do nothing.
And it's powerful. And you? What would you like to see come out of it?
Yeah, to take action, because there's a lot of bad things go on in this world every day and, every second all around the world. So, it's just we want more people to, do stuff about it, take action like I just said, to do something about something that's wrong or something that, they just see that's, wrong and, to take action.
There's an old phrase that said, see something, say something. It sounds to me like you boys are living by see something, do something. I want to say thank you. Let me shake your hands. Congratulations on the award, but congratulations on setting the example and being good people. Thanks. And for all of you, I'll see you in a minute. Bye-bye. Weren't they amazing? I loved those guys. They were absolutely inspirational. And I got to tell you, the themes that came out of that, do the right thing, help others, take action. I mean, those 3 things you could build a life on. These guys will go places, and they will go far. There's a verse in the Bible that says, your gifts will lead you in front of kings and princes. And I believe these 3 boys will stand in front of kings and princes. Well, that's all the time for today. Got a couple of housekeeping things. I want to say thank you, and welcome to Stephanie Conti, who is our new editor. She's a college student, going to be doing some work for us. We're really excited to have her in. Give Jay a little bit of time to do maybe a few other things and then let us wrap up a few other projects. Let me see. Oh, and I wanted to mention, did you know we have here in South Lake County our own symphony orchestra? There is actually an orchestra called the Florida Lakes Orchestra. There's a division. They work in both Mount Dora, and they do concerts here in Claremont at the Faith Christian Center. The website is www.floridalakessymphonyorchestra.com. They have several scheduled. You can get a whole season ticket. They do a Christmas show, which is over and above, but you can get a season ticket plus that. They got some great prices. Go ahead and look that up. That might be something fun and interesting to do, a little bit out of sorts, and you don't have to go fight the traffic in Orlando to get it. With all that said, I want to say thank you so much to the boys. Thank you to Jay for a great week. If you are watching us on the socials, please like, love, and share. If you're not watching us on the socials, go to Facebook, like our page. Go to YouTube, subscribe to us. And finally, I will remind you, there is greatness inside you. And just like these boys showed their greatness, show your greatness today. You never know who's looking. And with that said, I'll see you next week, and I love you. Bye-bye. My name is Joe. 20 years ago, my wife and I moved to Lake County with our 4 young children and settled down. In that time, we've worked, worshiped, played, and raised our family. Today, I've met the people and discovered the businesses and organizations that make up a vibrant, dynamic community. Join us as we share with you what makes South Lake great. I'm Joe, and Joe knows South Lake.